Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoy this video cooking with me. If you do, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and let's get to cooking. Today we are going to do, we're going to prep some food for make ahead meals and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing, I'm kind of cheating because I have my little notes over here. One, we're going to start out with applesauce, homemade applesauce, which my kids, well, one of my kids love, my husband loves, and I love, and it's just delicious. It's so good. So we're going to do some crock pot, put it in the crock pot, and make up a batch of homemade applesauce. I'm going to be peeling a bunch of potatoes to do homemade potatoes. Now, every now and then I will cheat and get the bag potatoes for, on a pinch. But when I do this, it's so much healthier for you. It's just so much better. You can add what you want to it. It freezes perfectly. And all I have to do is take it out of the freezer and put it in some water to let it defrost and then heat it up. Simple as that. We're going to be doing some pre-made fajitas. So I'm just going to chop up some chicken meat and add bell peppers and add onions, put it in a Ziploc bag, throw it in the freezer. Good to go for fajita night. I'm going to go ahead and cook up some hamburger meat for tacos, and Ziploc bag, freezer, boom, another night, easy. Let's see, what else are we going to do? I'm going to cheat real quick. Yep, Philly cheesesteaks. I bought a big pack of pre-chopped steak, and it's in such thin slices. I love it. I've done it before. I'm going to just divide that up into 2 bags, add some marinade to it, seasoning, boom, freezer, take it out, cook it up real quick, sub rolls, provolone cheese, perfect Philly cheesesteak. Love them. Everybody, our whole family loves them. Let's see. Also, we are going to do some bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits and sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits for breakfast. My kids love those, so I'll keep some in the refrigerator so they could just pop it out in the morning before school, heat it up, boom, they're done, and then I'll put some in the freezer. And I think that's about it for now. So let's get to cooking. All right, so here we got 9 Fiji apples. That's what I used. You can use whatever you like. Granny Smith apples, whatever you would like to, whatever kind of apple you like anyways. We like Fiji apples. We like the sweetness of them. So I'm just peeling them and gonna core them out, chop them up, and add them to the crock pot. I'm gonna cook them on, I started cooking them on high, then I switched it to low to go a little bit longer just because I had stuff to do, pick up the kids, all that fun jazz. So you can cook them on low for 4 hours or on high 6 to 8 hours. Okay, that was backwards. Let me try that again. You can cook them on low for 6 to 8 hours or high for 4 hours. Jeez. Anyway, so that's what we're doing here. All right, now we have all the apples in there. Gonna get a half a lemon, squeeze some lemon juice in there. And then after that, well, I think I dropped a seed in there. I had to get out. Anyway. All right, so after that, I'm going to add some brown sugar to that. Not quite half a cup of brown sugar. And then, but you can do it to your liking again. Then I'm going to add in some cinnamon. Of course, there again, add as much as you want to in there. I tend to add a little bit more than the norm just because I like the flavor of it. Then boom, half a cup of water. Let that simmer and you're done. All right, now we're going to get the bacon in the oven. I have 1 package of bacon. I'm just going to do 1 package at a time. Put it in the oven on about 350, 360. I think I did 360 on that. And then let that cook up, crisp up real well. And then you're good to go. Leave that in there while you're getting other stuff done. Got the bacon in the oven on 360. It'll cook for about, probably about a good 15 minutes or so, depending on how you like it, that is. And now I'm gonna start prepping and peeling all the potatoes and getting those ready to go in a big pot and get the mashed potatoes going. And that's it. All right, here's 10 pounds potatoes. Got those sliced up, diced up. Bacon's looking good. Potatoes are in the pot. Gonna let them boil until they are fork tender. You know, and then gonna get that bacon right there. We got that first batch of bacon done. Gonna get the next batch in the oven. Then we are gonna start on making the taco meat. Let's get to it. All right, here I got 3/4 cup of water I'm gonna add in there. I'm gonna add the taco seasoning, 3/4 cup of water. I'm gonna let that simmer for a while until it gets thickened up. And then we'll cool it off, let it cool off real good before we bag it. All right, here we have some Angus beef. It's already chopped up real thin, and we are going to use that for Philly cheesesteak. So I am just writing on the bag right now what it is and the date on there. Then we're going to start putting the Philly in the bags. I'm going to season them with some Lawry's seasoning. It's so good. It's a liquid. It's like garlic and cracked black pepper. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, it's super good. If you haven't tried it, you need to. These are super simple meals. You just throw it in there, bag it, throw it in the freezer, and you are good to go for 2 dinners right there. Boom. Boom. Can't beat it. Get some sub rolls, provolone cheese. So good. All right, so here I got 2 bags of chili out that I had prepared the night before, which I'm making in a separate video of easy meals to do during the weeknight, or just meals to do in general. So I was just writing on the bags what that was, and I'm gonna be able to pop those into the freezer. The chili freezes so well. I could just pop it out, let it defrost overnight, and heat it, and you're good to go. All right, so here I've got my Instapot. I'm gonna throw chicken in, some brown and white meat in there. Gonna fill it with some liquid, and I'm gonna let that cook for about an hour, pressure cooking. There I'm adding the chicken breast. It was still frozen, but which is fine because it cooks up just as well. It doesn't matter. You could throw everything in there frozen and it would be a-okay. A-okay. Then I'm going to add some chicken stock, which I will show y'all in a second what I use for chicken stock, but it's really good. You get a lot of use out of that big old jar instead of just buying individual things of chicken stock. So I've gotten a lot of use out of that, and it's delicious on top of it. So gives things great flavor. I highly recommend it. If you haven't used it, you need to. And that's about it for that. We're just going to let that cook for about an hour and get it chopped up and shredded up. And I'm going to bag them into individual bags. I'll probably put about 2 cups in each bag. That's what I usually do because a lot of recipes call for typically 2 cups of chicken. So if I need more, I'll just grab another package out. No biggie. This is the chicken stock I was telling you about. So what you're going to do is you're going to add a tablespoon to each cup of water. So obviously I used 2 tablespoons. I put 2 cups in. Then I did add a little bit more liquid after the fact as well, and just season it a little bit with some salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic salt, which, heck, I use garlic salt in everything because I just love it. So, and then it was that simple. All right, so now we are going to start doing the biscuits. I'm just going to throw a little bit of spray on there, olive oil spray, so the biscuits won't stick. Then I'm going to throw them in the oven on about 330 or something like that. My oven gets really hot, so just go off of your oven. And just FYI, those buttermilk biscuits are so good. If you haven't tried them, you need to. All right, got those in as I did a little dance. Now I'm going to start chopping up some onions to work on the fajitas. I'm going to add those to the fajitas. These were tiny onions, and let me tell you what, for as small as they were super strong. I'm telling you, my eyes were watering just in the first cut of the onion. It was ridiculous. So I just chopped up 3 of those small onions and placed them in a freezer Ziploc bag. And that was it to that. I'm going to add that in with my chopped up chicken and my bell peppers. And then I will have fajitas ready to go. All right, so here I got my chicken breast. I'm going to divide those up. I'm going to use 3 for the fajitas, and I'm going to slice those up thin. And the other 3 I'm going to use for a different meal, Italian chicken. And then I also got a big old package of chicken thighs, the boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I will divide up and make a meal out of those as well. So now we're just going to get to slicing up the chicken breast for the fajitas and getting that all packaged up. Okay, so now I have my 3 chicken breasts, and I'm going to do an Italian chicken with it. I'm also going to add in some of the thighs, the chicken thighs as well. I decided to do that at the last minute, so I'm going to mix it up a bit. All I'm going to do is add the chicken, add the Olive Garden Italian dressing, and it's as simple as that. Put it in the freezer Ziploc bag, write what it is, the date on there, throw it in your freezer, and you are good to go for another freezer meal. Okay, so now I'm going to add the rest of those chicken thighs into freezer bags. I'm not going to do anything special with these. I'm just going to simply divide them up and add them into freezer Ziploc bags and put on there what it is and the date I did that. That way I could just pop them out and use them for dinner. And that was it. That's all I did for that. Nothing special. All right, so now we got the taco meat all done, and it is all cooled off, ready to go into the freezer bag. So again, I just wrote on there what it is, the date, and now we have another freezer meal for another night. So a super simple dinner, prepared ahead of time. Could not get simpler than that for those busy, busy nights. All right, mashed potatoes are done. I've already added the butter. I'm gonna add some sour cream to it. You can add whatever your heart desires. Now this is a big batch, so I'm adding probably about 1.5 cups. I just eyeball it. Like I said, I don't really measure too much of anything. Let me get the cheese. I add a sharp cheddar to ours. Again, you add whatever you like. This is a big batch, so I am adding quite a bit. Okay. A little bit of milk, or a lot of bit of milk. I wouldn't. Just do a little at a time. Plenty of pepper, because we like us some pepper. Do it. I am gonna just taste it real quick. Make sure it's to your liking. And yes, it is. All right, so I'm gonna put these in bags. I gotta run and pick up my kids from school real quick. Come back, get everything in the freezer. I'm gonna let this cool off before I actually do put it in bags. So I'm gonna cover it. Let it cool. By the time I get home, it will be cooled off. And I'm gonna get all right. So I got the first batch of biscuits out. I've got the mashed potatoes bagged up, and which made 4 bags. I'm gonna put in some more biscuits real quick. Let these be cooking. I'm gonna cook a couple. Well, what we have left. We only have like 4 sausage patties left. So I'm gonna cook those up real quick. And get to assembling. Also, let me get this. The chicken is done in here. Look at all those juices, yes. So I'll get all that shredded up, put in different bags and everything. Ooh, look at that here, golly. Anyway, I'll get those put in different bags, divide it up. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that's all we'll have to do left. Oh, and applesauce. The applesauce will be done here shortly too. Yay! Can't wait to eat that and get it nice and chilled because it is so good. All right. Okay, so now I am just frying up some eggs. I'm going to add cheese on top of that. Then I'm going to start assembling all the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits and sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. So the kids will have those during the week for in the morning before school. And on the weekends, it will make an easy breakfast morning. Okay, it is the next day. Sorry that I didn't get to everything in one day, but we had so much to do last night. Anyway, I am draining the chicken. I heated it up just to get it all melted and nice. And now I'm pouring the chicken stock into the containers. And these are freezer containers, so they work wonderfully. I use those all the time. And now I'm just cutting up the chicken, chopping it up, white and dark meat. I'm going to assemble those into baggies. I'm going to put 2 cups of chicken into each bag, each freezer bag. So let's get to doing it. Okay, yay, we are all complete here. We have our chicken in their individual baggies ready to go for when we need them. We have our Italian chicken also. We have our chicken thighs back here ready to go. We have our chili. We have our Philly steak ready for Philly cheesesteaks, our taco meat. We have our applesauce, which is absolutely delicious. And we have our chicken stock over here, made 1.5 containers of that. Our mashed potatoes that's pre-made that we can take out for dinner. We have our chicken fajitas ready to go. And our sausage and bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits are right here for breakfast time. Easy mornings. So this has been so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching.